Feature Friday.
The freshest. All right, this is really cool. I've been really looking forward to this performance because this is Jessa Zaragoza.
Jada's mother.
Yeah, it is cool. And I love how they're besties. They're like best friends, and I love that.
It's her mother.
I love that because I'm like that with my mother. I love you, mama. Anyways, so it's really cool to see them on the Wish bus, and I think this is gonna be
Because
really
we've
cool.
seen them perform together, never
Yes.
Jessa
alone, I don't
so-
think. And she's regarded as like one of the vocal queens of the Philippines.
Oh, very interesting.
Oh, let's see. Do you have? No.
I'll find the lyrics.
Okay.
Do stand to the end. I will translate with my powerful knowledge of Google.
Powered by Google.
That's gonna sound so weird, but it's literally seeing Jada. Just can know the version.
I know.
Wish 1075.
Wala ka bang napapansin?
And that's why Jada is so
That's a
good.
rough fucking track. Go on, keep playing it. Tempo's madness.
That maturity though.
1075.
Wala ka bang napapansin?
She's a little ahead. Yeah.
Aking mga mata,
Yeah.
di mo ba nakikita ang kalungkutang nadarama?
Well, she either adapted the best I've ever seen anyone adapt, or it was on purpose.
Wala ka bang
I think it's a choice.
pupunan?
Because she just did it there again. She's like a fraction of a second ahead of her entries. So it gives this like anticipated feel. Nearly a syncopation, but not quite yet. It is so good.
Well, that's really difficult
Yeah.
to do.
And it's a choice though.
Wala ka
You see, it's a choice.
napupunan? Di ba dati ay kay saya?
What a beautiful string arrangement though.
Kapiling ko ngayon mawawala ka na.
She has an interesting mannerism. I mean, no, not to overanalyze things, but she has an interesting mannerism with her hand, where she hits before she comes in.
Yeah.
So it is on fucking purpose.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a choice. And I saw it when her breath wasn't anticipated, but it was premeditated.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
a rough
I
piece,
saw it
dude.
there,
That's
I was
not
like,
easy.
That's really intricate. Why those choices? I don't know. But they're good though.
Yeah, why choose the harder path?
Because you're that good?
Yeah.
I mean-
we've seen a few singers, especially from the Philippines, where they do decide to choose the harder path, even as they're developing as artists, because it's certainly beneficial for development. But I don't think Jessa needs any more development. I think she's fucking.
But that's the
unreal.
beauty of the art, isn't it? You're never really satisfied. So there's always something to look forward to,
but
to
this-
build towards.
This feels more like a
A musically complex choice.
Yeah, it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Go on.
What a beautiful voice, man.
Thanks, the entry, very nice. Oh my god. Go left, hold on a second. I would like everyone, this is a little musical exercise here, yeah? Try and guess when she comes in. You won't. You just won't.
Little piece of trivia, you won't.
Unless you've heard this millions of times.
Bakit ba nawalay ka sa aking mundo?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Kalay na tampo ka lang, ikakasal ka na.
Ah,
Iiwan na akong nag-iisa.
What a voice, dude. Jesus.
Dati ang pag-ibig mo ay aking lahat.
that's beautiful.
Dude, this song is fucking gorgeous.
I was gonna say the arrangement, the actual structure,
Where to
musically
the end,
speaking, in this song is just exquisite. It feels like what is like those old films, like films set in like olden England. You know, like in the 1800s. Doesn't it feel expensive like that?
What's Victorian?
Victorian. That's what it is.
Is that 1800s?
1800s, right? That's Victorian. That's the Victorian, right? Era. Yeah. So yeah, it feels like that.
Beginning of the 1900s.
Yeah. So it feels like, you know how those string arrangements, like you hear it, it feels so full and detailed, and it's not oversaturated.
That, you know, power vocals aren't necessarily like my favorite thing to listen to. Obviously, there's many what would you call it? Many examples of power vocals and many different colors of power vocals and styles. So, but this would be, even, you know, because in the Philippines it seems power vocals as belters seem to be the most popular. But you know, someone like Jaya, even though she does belt and she is, I guess, considered a belter to a certain extent, I guess her blues and her R&B style of it things so are more my style. Someone like Jessa would be more my style because of that sense of maturity, fullness and groundness. And
well, there's something about that color in her voice, that certain darkening of certain movements in the larynx itself, that she is able to maintain this beautiful grounding with that darkening in the vowel itself, which is it's not seen often, and it gives that, I suppose it gives that Jessa stamp on things, right? And it's so beautiful because it's melodic, but it carries rhythmicality, which is, it's hard because the song doesn't really provide a lot of rhythmicality. It's really melody forward. But you know, you've got those tricky entrances and funny little triplets in the singing phrases, and it's just enough to create really like a really layered cake. It's a really nice.
Lots of emotional maturity. Well, she's a woman.
Well, yeah.
What's impressive is that it seems Jada has learned this from her mother.
Well, but now I see
learned
it
very early on.
But now I understand why for Jada is like, it was something so easy to access, and she never even questioned it. It was just the way that she learned to sing.
Do you know, mate? I think this might be one of my favorite, musically speaking, one of my favorite Wish Bus performances we've seen in a good while. And it wouldn't be one that like.
I'm on that bandwagon with you.
Yeah, like I usually, I don't know. You know, usually these power vocal ones wouldn't be my favorites of all time, but I think this would be on that list.
This is a very musically complex track.
Yeah.
It's really layered.
This would be one of those videos you'll review 3 times.
Definitely.
Dati ang pag-ibig mo ay aking laman.
Yeah, it's that modulation is so beautiful.
Kay daling nagbago.
Powerful, nowhere near overbearing.
Nowhere
Ikakasal ka na.
of effort, exertion.
Iwan na akong nag-iisa. Dati ang pag-ibig mo ay aking laman.
She's so thick in her sound.
Kay daling nagbago.
Oh, it's just a treat.
Ikakasal ka na.
Ikakasal ka na. Wow!
On Wish 1075.
It's an oddly soothing sound.
Yes! And I think it has to do with the violin being like another main part of the vocal section, right? So, because you had the violin part play harmonies, call and responses, play along with the melody of the singer itself. So Jessa was doing something and the violin was responding to it. It was very interactive. And then obviously as the song progresses and it grows in emotion, you also see the rhythmicality amplified in the pizzicato through the string section. It's such a wow. I would love to see that with an actual orchestra. It's one of those performances where you could really feel through your bones.
I think also, human instruments would also channel that energy better.
Absolutely.
But even though it was, from a track and she is in a bus, it sounded fucking brilliant.
It's really hard though to grow in tracks like this, like she did towards the end, because she's using that modulation where it pulls back. It never gets to the belt, so she's always pulling back. It's always captivating that effort. It's not captivating it. It's transforming that effort
Channeling,
into actual lift in the larynx, but it never actually gets to a belt, which is so uncomfortable. It feels off physically in your larynx. It usually feels off. It's a task to really understand where it goes.
Good play on the lyrics.
Oh really? Go ahead, tell me about it.
So here's the lyrics translation. I seem to have found a pretty good one because it gives you like the Tagalog
Line
and then the English
Okay.
line. I was about to read the title. So it says, "You notice nothing in my eyes. Don't you see the sad feeling? Don't you have? Pushed. First of all, it was fun. Happiness when you are with me. So it's like that's why it's an oddly rhythmically broken song.
Right.
Now you are gone. You are getting married. I'm leaving alone. I will be alone. Your love was always mine. You're getting married. How is this my heart?
So it's like loop thoughting. It's like when you're so in pain that the kind of like the thoughts kind of process twice, right? So you're thinking about it from different perspectives.
Verbal vomit.
For me, it was very peculiar because the outro at the end, it has that pizzicato in the violin, and I saw it sounds like something is broken and falling into pieces.
Yeah.
Bit by bit.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
So
It's
she's
a
saying,
really beautiful composition.
it's really well played. Well played, sir.
Well played.
Whoever,
Game over.
I'll shake Jess's hand and I'll shake the composer's hand. How is this my heart? Why did your emotions change so quickly? Why are you leaving from my world? Even if you're okay, I am still with you. I cannot do anything. If that's your preference, you love someone else. Others, your promise has disappeared. You're getting married. I will be alone. And then it continues to say this. It kind of just loop it and then he says at the end, why did your emotions change so quickly? You're getting married, my love. That's a fucking horrible sentence.
Well, and that's the broken chattering to pieces, musically speaking. I think it's really it's a really.
Hope she didn't actually go through that, and that was just a sort of what you call it, acting through song.
Well, it was very emotionally invested in
There
the
seemed to be a family of
performance.
writers there as well. So
Oh yeah, that's for sure. I mean, it is just wonderful in so many different layers for so many different reasons. I would love to see more of Jessa Zaragoza. So if you got any more live performances or any other songs that you'd like us to go in depth into, please leave it down in the comment section below and we will check it out.
bye guys.